Apple is currently the largest company in the world. As of this recording, December 17, 2023, they have a $3.07 trillion market cap. This is Apple. Their best-selling product by far is the iPhone, and the majority of their revenue comes from this. So that last year they made $200 billion off of the iPhone. And currently, NVIDIA is the sixth largest company in the world. They make what is considered to be the best AI chip or semiconductor in the market. So as these smart cities get built out, their chips will be in great demand. And a lot of analysts believe that in the next 10 years, they could go on to be the largest company in the world. The explanation of the origin of the name Apple is as follows. According to Walter Isaac's biography of Steve Jobs, Jobs came up with the name because he liked apples. It sounded fun, and it helped him get ahead of Atari in the phone book. And as far as the origin of the name NVIDIA, according to Wikipedia, the founders had no name for their company, and they had all their files named NV as in next version. So they reviewed all words with two letters, leading them to NVIDIA. However, it's possible that both names, Apple and NVIDIA, are derived from the original sin of man, which is described in the Bible in the book of Genesis chapter 3, specifically verse 2 through 5. The woman said to the serpent, "We may eat from the trees in the garden, but God did say, you must not eat from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it, or you will die. You will not certainly die," the serpent said to the woman, "for God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be open, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." So the original sin was envy, where Adam and Eve were envious of God's ability to know good and evil. And NVIDIA is Latin for envy. And the forbidden fruit, the action they took was to take a bite from the forbidden fruit, which the Bible does not say specifically is an apple, but it is commonly thought of as an apple, and that's Apple. It has been said that pride is the original sin, and I'd agree, except I would say that pride was the original sin of Satan or Lucifer, that led to his fall, where he placed himself above God, and this led to the war in heaven, which is described in the book of Revelation chapter 12. Then war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back, but he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. The great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth, and his angels with him. So I would sum it up like this. So pride was the original sin of Satan. Satan's pride caused him to place himself above God, which led to the war in heaven that resulted in his fall. Envy was the original sin of man. Adam and Eve's envy of God's ability to know good and evil caused them to eat the forbidden fruit, possibly the apple, that resulted in their fall. Pride is to say, I am as great or greater than God, which describes Satan. Envy is to say, I want to be as great as God, which is Adam and Eve. So it is possible that in the next 5 to 10 years, Apple and NVIDIA will be the two largest companies in the world, and they could possibly have had their names derived from the original sin of man. And a couple other notes. First, NVIDIA's logo here. It appears to be an all-seeing eye kind of thing. There's a duality between the left and right side. And then there's a spiral pattern also, which can be seen in other places, such as the intro to Saved by the Bell. Russian Vids speaks about this. And also, there is a original sin hard apple cider company. And there is a company that sells apples named Envy.